Auto shows are making a comeback after more than a year of cancellations. This week marks the debut of the first major auto show since the onset of the pandemic. Reporter Diane Moca looks at the focus on new technologies at China's expansive trade show for car makers across the globe.
The drive to innovate in the auto industry has propelled forward even as the world has been stuck in neutral during the global pandemic. And now car makers have their first chance since COVID to show off those advances on a global stage at Auto Shanghai 2021. The week-long event brings more than 1,000 companies and up to 1 million visitors to China for the first major auto show since the virus closed down economies everywhere.
As the biggest auto show in Asia, I think this Shanghai Auto Show is very impressive. And I do notice the e-mobility and intelligence are the whole concept through the whole show.
With Auto Shanghai steering participants toward its theme of embracing change, the focus is on autonomous driving, artificial intelligence, connectivity, and alternative mobility, like vehicles run by hydrogen fuel cells and electricity. The platform gave Toyota a captive audience to introduce its BZ4X, an electric SUV concept that runs exclusively on batteries and produces no emissions. The BZ stands for Beyond Zero, a moniker that will spread to 7 new vehicles in its lineup of 70 electric models Toyota expects to offer by 2025.
Toyota has over 40% share of the alternative fuel vehicle market. And we have a 75% share of the fuel cell market and a 64% share of hybrids and plug-ins.
Toyota also debuted a new Lexus and a Highlander hybrid to the Shanghai crowd as the automaker accelerates towards a goal of carbon neutrality by 2050.
As we study consumer perspectives, they're definitely rounding the bend on climate change and looking for things that they can do in their personal lives to help, put a dent in CO2 emissions, and obviously their choice of transportation is a big part of that.
Toyota plans to produce the BZ4X in Japan and China, where state funding, smart city initiatives, and urban infrastructure are paving the way for future inventions in the automotive industry.
For German automotive industry, we do hold a very much confidence of the market, not only of the growth of the market, but also of the innovation and also the business environment of China.
China has been the home to the biggest passenger car market in the world since 2009, more than 2 decades after the first international auto exhibition in Shanghai, which now attracts all the big car makers from Japan, Germany, Korea, and the U.S., along with their most green and clean innovations. Diane Moca, Business First AM.
We are going one-on-one today with Bob Carter, the Executive Vice President of Sales for Toyota Motor North America. Wonderful to have you here. And as a veteran of the international auto shows, how exciting is this? And you have Toyota showing off the BZ4X presentation at the Shanghai Auto Show. This is really big news here.
Well, it's great to be back at the global auto shows. Auto shows have been part of the business for as long as we can remember. Obviously, with the pandemic, we've gone almost 18 months without any global auto shows. Shanghai really represents the reopening, and I believe we're going to start to see gradual reopenings, including the big shows here in North America, like Detroit, New York, Chicago, LA. But it's fun. It's a great venue to go out and launch new products to consumers, as well as the media.
Give us the details on the hottest products that you're showcasing.
Well, just last night at Shanghai, we made 2 announcements. First, our all-new BZ4X. It's a full battery electric vehicle. It's an SUV, all-wheel drive, a little bit larger than our RAV4 that happens to be beside us, our most popular model. In addition to launching that vehicle, BZ, which stands for Beyond Zero, will be the new sub-brand for Toyota in our pursuit of zero emissions and carbon neutrality. So we're bringing this technology to market. It's our re-entry into battery electrics to coincide with our hybrids, our plug-in hybrids, and our fuel cells that we already have on market today.
What's dealer feedback been like so far?
Well, our dealers are really excited right now. Demand for automobiles here in North America, we're at near record levels. We had at Toyota and Lexus a record-setting first quarter. March was phenomenal, and April is turning out to be another. It looks like another record month for the not only the industry, but ourselves.
The comeback in the auto industry has been nothing short of amazing.
We anticipated that once we went through the down cycle, which happened last March and April, and that drop off in sales volume was more significant than the auto industry had ever experienced, even much more significant than back in 2009, 2010 during the financial crisis. But we knew it would come back. It was a matter of when. And we started to see the market return really last summer, built to a very good first quarter or fourth quarter. And then the first quarter of 2021 is, frankly, it's been beyond all of our expectations.
How much do auto shows tend to boost auto sales?
Well, auto shows is a great venue. It gives us an opportunity to talk to media such as yours, so we can get a broader communication of our product. But where they're very important is to have the consumer come in a family, many times bring their families in and see the products that we have to offer in a no stress, very fun environment. So it's really great to see consumers back into the auto shows and enjoying the products that are coming out to market.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you and enjoy the auto show.
Thank you very much.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.